Normally, I wouldn't put one of these before the reaction going into it, but I I recorded Connor's wedding and honeymoon states like right next to each other, and I knew that there'd be a level and a degree of support and appreciation in the comments following Connor's wedding, but I just had to say I just amazing a number of like reactions, views, comments, the insights. It was a moment of communion and solidarity, if I can wax philosophical for a moment and romanticize the whole thing. But I did want to thank everybody for not only watching but being able to relate to your experiences and everything. Seems like we all are grieving and cry together in a way, even if this is post-mortem and technically I'm like a year late to this. But long story short, thank you all for watching. Like I said, I recorded back to back, so I didn't really have anything to say directly about viewer comments or anything, but I wanted to address it and say just thanks, and yeah, let's get into the honeymoon states now.
Didn't even say it in the last episode. How fitting. Welcome back to another Suck Sesh. I'm recording this like basically right after doing the last episode. I don't know what anybody's comments or reactions are just yet, but I'm sure by the time you see this, I'll have read them and we'll respond to them in turn. Oh my god. I'm still in shock. Last episode, Connor's wedding. Connor didn't really have a wedding. Logan Roy is dead. Logan Roy is dead. Everything's up in the air right now. We've come full circle from the beginning of the show, a little scare, and now this. I'd be curious to hear what the cause of death is. If I just heard like difficulty breathing. We know he's always had health issues and complications. Is it possible there was anything like malicious involved? I shouldn't get too conspiratorial about all of this. A lot of emotions. I myself went through the gauntlet. I've dressed down back to something a bit more comfortable. Scan the QR code or link in the description to vote on the next show that you want MovieMan.
That's me.
To watch. Sure, I'll get right into this episode. I just, oddly enough, I just feel winded. I feel like emotionally subdued right now, but I'm sure that once the gears start turning for this, I'll get right back into it. So we only have 7 episodes left. I had a feeling Logan was gonna bite the big bazooka, but to do it just like off camera and just like that. What more is there to say? Let's get into honeymoon states, apparently. Oh, dude. Yeah, he's grieving. That's the thing, though. For all the trials and tribulations, the ins and outs they've had with their father, right? It still hit them all. Like, you still lost your father, even if your father has said some of the cruelest imaginable to you, even if you've had the most estranged of relationships. Like, just like how Logan, even after all the things he says and does, he still loves his kids. Mom, maybe not as much, but their father, they've always just wanted his respect and his love. I do love how this is burying the lead. You know, sometimes the show will be like, here what the episodes are going to be called or whatever. So it's very clever how they went from Connor's wedding to honeymoon states to completely bury the lead. Looking rough. Circles are even darker than normal. Disheveled hair. Although, like I said, my hunch is that they're not grieving the direct loss of their father, but they're grieving more like the loss of what they wanted their relationships with their father to be. And Roman's not great at handling or processing his trauma in general.
Good morning, Siobhan. Sorry to bother you today.
Oh, hey, Sharon.
I wanted to discuss your results, and I didn't know, but I thought you would want the chance to be aware if you're up to it.
Yeah.
Is she
sure.
pregnant?
Okay.
It's a good result. The journey we went on with the amniocentesis after what the blood test showed us, everything looks healthy.
Okay.
Wait,
good.
Her health, or is she pregnant?
Great. And you're still well? No spotting, no bleeding?
Nope. No.
Okay. Davina will reach out to make an appointment for your 20-week scan.
So that's pregnancy, right? She has Tom's kid right as they're about to get a divorce. Oh my god. Wow. Death out, life in, huh? Dude, this show does not stop with the drama. Interesting, they still put Brian Cox in the credits. Are you gonna do flashbacks? Is it gonna be just a present in the show? I don't know. Just still top build cast, right? How many more curveballs can you throw at us right now? Siobhan, we heard that your father's dead, but also your oh, it's kids. Never mind. Ron Roy. I'm curious as to who gets what and how they're gonna handle that.
You f***ed me right in the ass here. What you've done, Juliet, is you've taken a strap-on and you f***ed me right in the ass, yeah? Call me, please.
Interesting. Is Hugo getting the shaft? Is that Marcia over there? Marcia. Bonjour.
Mes condoléances.
Merci.
Sorry for your loss.
Where were you in the will?
Thank you. Likewise.
Yes. It's a terrible shock.
Right.
Yeah, you two are so close.
And where have you...
Ben?
When did you get in?
We spoke every morning and afternoon, so I came as soon as I heard.
Okay. I didn't think you guys were, you know...
We were very close. It was complicated, but we spoke intimately every evening.
I'll take your word for it. Complicated. Things are just going to be messy for the next, like, 7 to 8 hours. Just messy. Was that Ravenhead? That was Ravenhead, wasn't it? See, I recognize these guys now that you put me on them.
Hey, brother. Sorry, babe.
Oh, yeah, I'm recognizing
Thank
all
you.
these faces. Shocker,
That's
though,
it.
right? ATN's here. It's a real who's who. Great time to start schmoozing, am I right? Power plays, anybody?
Sorry for your loss.
So sorry, Kendall.
Thank you, Penny.
That's the only thing. I get that it's such a double-edged sword, right? Because what else are you gonna say? It is the polite thing to do, and everybody that says that means well. The worst thing you can say is like, "I'm sorry for your loss." You know, anything I can do to, I don't know. I think the best thing you can do for somebody who has lost somebody is, you know, console them, be an open ear if they need it. Sometimes people seek out people when they need a support system, but rarely do they. They tend to isolate, which isn't healthy, but it's how they grieve. Friends and, you know, associates that I've had, if they are in a tough time, then that's where I kind of have to step up and make more of an effort to not just say, I'm here if you need me, but to then go out of my way to be there. Respectfully so. And, you know, this might be a hot take, but then I've like respectfully inserted myself into their life. You know, I've given them space when need be, but it's important to like be there for them and come to them to console them, I think. But a generic placation of "I'm so sorry for your loss, I'm sorry, I'm here if you need me," it to me it rings as hollow as thoughts and prayers in a way. It's a complicated issue to get into, right?
How you doing?
Oh, how are you doing? Peachy. For me, I would do what these three do, especially Relman. I start making jokes, sarcasm. If someone dies that I care about, I make jokes about it, and I fully expect, you know, when the day comes where I croak, they better be roasting my ass in the afterlife.
What's up with Marcia?
Oh, the belle of the ball?
Oh.
Death becomes her.
And like, where's
Sick reference.
You know, where's Carrie?
In Marcia's trunk. Inside an anaconda.
Damn.
Inside a sarcophagus.
Yeah.
You know that Marcia hasn't seen Dad in like 7 weeks.
Intimate calls every night. Did you get that one?
No. And
Oh.
I might sue her for making me think of Dad doing phone sex. No?
Oh, yeah, no, I could do a phone sex bit if you want. I just thought you wouldn't be in the mood.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Mm.
Like, I'm sure it'll crush me eventually. Freight
Dude.
train a coming, but today I'm okay.
Numb. Yeah, that's the face of someone who's okay. Dude, if Roman's not cracking jokes right now, you know it's bad.
Yeah.
I feel knocked out.
Yeah.
I feel knocked out.
I wonder if maybe I've just thought about it so much one way or another that, I don't know, I've maybe pre-grieved?
Well,
Not quite how it works, but
I don't believe you, but
No.
I'm glad the siblings, at least right before this all hit them at once. Like, so much throughout this show, they've been estranged and on the ins and outs. I'm glad they were at least hitting a stride where they were all together when it happened and more or less like already working together. And as unfortunate as the timing may have been, given Connor's wedding, it was well timed in that they were at least all together.
For some of us, it's a sad day, but for others, it's Coronation Demolition Derby.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
what's
Tom.
the schedule?
They're playing your song, Tom. Interesting where he chose to go first. Tom is going to have to start making some desperate, greasy moves if he expects to stay above water.
Oh, you know.
Lot of incoming.
He's nervous. He's
Presidents,
sweating.
prime ministers.
Yeah. Just trying to keep everything stable, board on the line, and what, an hour to pick a new top dog.
And what's your sense, Frank? What are the CEO vibes?
Would anyone care for a look at the china?
Oh, here we go. You devious dogs.
He was gonna fire half that room. Do people know that? Should we get that out there?
No. It's chaos narratives. Fratricide narratives, bad narratives.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Oh man.
Shut up.
I'm sorry for your
Shut
loss.
up. Get out of the
Thanks,
room.
man.
Thank you.
It's just great that we can all, the family can support each other and
Oh, you're
stay
part of that
strong
now,
through
are you?
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Greg.
Cousin Greg.
My guys.
My God.
My
yep.
lovely guys.
Yeah, get a hug by the
Okay.
stream,
Hey,
Bane.
you know, we're not like playing shoots and ladders, okay? Our dad just died. And
No, I'm sorry. I'm sad.
Clearly.
And just thinking about how things
Nice to meet
will
you,
shake
sad.
down, right? There's the board meeting coming up any minute, and I talked to
Oh, he's trying to get it. He's trying to get in good now that he's got. He's doing what Tom's doing. He's like, well, Logan's out of the picture now. I got to cozy up to somebody in the family.
Ewan, and he'll have a say. So
you need to get a new mommy, okay?
Yeah.
We're not your mommy. Madsen, do I?
Just do 5.
Yeah.
Get our ducks in a row. Yeah, I mean, we fucking blurred and he puts it on his socials and suddenly we sold Manhattan for glass beads, right?
LOL.
Okay.
The aim is we'd like to make an announcement today stating who we think will take over in the interim, ready for Monday. Right.
Sure.
And here's my position.
Who's that
I
gonna
wonder
be?
if we don't want to take control of the plane here. Well, I guess the first thing is the Gojo deal, the board, the shareholders, everything.
I love it. See, they're gonna do what they always do, which is they're gonna have that kind of like that 3 or 4 way where it's like, well, you know, I think what would be smart here is if if you were to put me in charge. Oh, well, I think you already have a lot on your plate over here. I think really the smart thing, I'll shoulder the burden. Actually, guys, you know what? I think you all have done so much for this company. I'll take a bullet for. Like, it's gonna be that.
Everyone's very keen. No, exactly. And I tell you, I worry about the kids' commitment to the deal.
And I tell you,
called around the board, Frank, you would hold a lot of sway on the interim appointment.
They'd like senior management input, yeah. Right, and if the message we gave was to be, you know, but that the kids are
Screw-ups and dipshits.
maybe
Wow, Tom.
not constitutionally well-equipped at this point to take on the role. Yeah.
great.
I guess the question then would just be, who might we favor?
Jerry, obviously, is a safe pair of hands. She's done it recently.
Yeah.
Sure. But
Although obviously, generally speaking, the CFO might be considered the natural interim.
oh, okay.
I guess you've already had your
Frank's-
tilt at the windmill, huh, Jerry?
Exactly. I've already done it, and
Frank's
quite
on Team
successfully.
Carl.
And it's an interim role to do the deal. I'd get it done. Buckle you into your golden parachute, Carl.
Well, don't push me out the plane so fast there, Jer. Well, with the old
Here
man
we go.
gone,
Love
I
it.
can't help but wonder if I don't have a little left to give.
Look, I think you're a corporate legend. What you did in the 90s with cable, huge.
Sure.
Logan was souring
Here
on
come the
you.
Well, Logan's
placations.
not around anymore.
Damn. Yep. Here we go.
I would
yeah.
just like to say
the infighting.
to the senior group of very respected graybeards that all I have ever personally asked is the chance to serve.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sick with grief.
Oh, you're
but
sick
I-
with grief?
Yeah. As you talk, I can smell the shit on your tongue and nose right now.
You might want to put down that fish taco. You're getting your melancholy everywhere.
Very funny, but were the opportunity to arise, all I would say is that if there's a ring, my hat's in.
I'll kiss it.
Respectfully.
Oh, your hat's in. You as
Well,
CEO.
I would just
Sure,
say,
Tom.
if we were to recommend you to the board, the question they might ask, can I frame the question for you, but as a friend?
Please do. Yeah, yeah.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
The negative case would go, you're a clumsy interloper and no one trusts you. The only guy pulling for you is dead. And now you're just married to the ex-boss's daughter and she doesn't even like you.
Yeah, Carl sees it. Dude, everybody's he has no idea.
You are fair and squarely
100%. That's it.
Jesus, Carl.
Reap what you sow. This Madsen.
Oh, hi, this is Oscar on Lucas's phone.
This is Roman Roy. Lucas called, but I was just rounding up my chimpanzee friends because they want to say hi too. Is he there?
Yeah, well, he was calling last chance, unfortunately, because, you know, we have this a company strategy session this week.
Hey, this is Kendall. We dropped a call because we wanted to all be on out of respect. Can you grab him? It wasn't a power play.
Oh, sure, man. No, that's cool. No, we know. This isn't from him. He's just on a super tight schedule now.
Okay, well, does he just not want to say hi? You know, is he still buying the company?
Oh, sure, man. Maybe if you don't speak too tired. No, he's excited to speak to you guys. Who will be leading?
We're just huddling on that now. We're a pretty fluid group.
your retreat has come at a good time. Yeah? You guys get your ducks in a row. We do our board, pick our captain. We can reconfigure in a week or whatever.
Yeah, well, we don't want to lose momentum.
Oh, now
okay.
you okay?
No, nor us.
Curious.
You obviously know what happened here yesterday, right?
Oh, sure, yeah. We really feel for you guys.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, bad one. Thank you for that. Thanks.
Bad one. Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, could you guys or whoever, one of the old guys you have, like, be here in 24 hours to do this?
Sorry, our dad just died, and we have the election coming up. How would you feel about doing a meet in the U.S.?
Here, this is the annual retreat. We can't just drop it.
Oh, no, I totally see that. Fine.
I am.
Oh my God.
So sorry.
What a leech, going around from person to person trying to latch on to somebody that he hopes can like be his life preserver. Like the Titanic went down, and when they said women and children first, he's like, oh, I'm a child at heart, and then like hopped on the boat and.
See how they run?
Yes. Scurrying
Oh
like
my God.
little rats.
Little Oh, hey, Willa.
Marcia.
Hey, guys.
So sorry for your
Are you
loss.
guys legally married now? Betrothed?
To you too, Connor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Look how far you've come.
Yep. Well, look at us both, right?
Low key, yeah. Look at us both. Look at that. We've done well for ourselves, huh?
I'm sorry about everything. I mean,
Didn't acknowledge
after
that.
your
Interesting.
wedding, to have to do this.
Oh, we're going to head off next week. You know, we've got a little trip planned out.
Aw.
Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, the honeymoon states.
These things can happen in a flash. But if and when the time comes for you to consider selling this place, I'm worried to even say the words, but I would be...
No need to be ashamed. We're family. I will be looking for between 60 and 70 millions.
Oh, right. Okay. Wow. 63 or...
Done?
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 Yeah, done.
Okay.
Just like that.
Yeah.
It's a bargain.
Done.
Great.
Cool. Connor
Wow.
Just like that. Oh my God, You know what, Marcia? You know what, Marcia? You go. You go, girl. You go, girl. Look at that. Immediately. She's like, oh, you know, it's like, I hope I be in the running. Oh, I'm looking for between these two figures. So 63, done immediately. Man's been dead for like a day. Good for her. Good for her. You know what?
In my role as executor,
Oh my God, here we go.
had passed to me a rather worrying piece of paper.
Oh.
Okay.
See, these two wrinkly old bastards are about to try to change and manipulate Logan Roy's will. I don't blame them. We're talking a multi-billion-dollar company here with millions on the line for either of them and their futures, what's left of them. Who gets what?
Who else knows? As of now, as far as I know, just you and me. So what are you thinking? Well, I honestly didn't even want to start thinking till you were here. Might it just go away? I mean, it might get lost. I hope it doesn't. But what if your hand goes a little wobbly and the draft takes it away and it gets flushed down a toilet by mistake? I'm kidding, of course.
No, sure, you're speculating in a comic mode.
Yeah, in a humorous vein. We're not gonna let the little princes screw things up, right, Frank? If Jerry's gonna block me, I want out. I want my fucking package. I am halfway in on a Greek island with my brother-in-law.
Oh
Say,
my
what's up,
God.
boys?
Oh my
Hi.
God, here we go.
Okay.
Well,
You know, cat's
I've just been handed a piece of paper, Jerry. It has a list of wishes in the
Beneficiaries.
event of Logan's death, funeral arrangements, so on,
May I?
I'm so curious.
And where was this found?
in his private safe.
And this penciled addendum is what?
We haven't touched it. The underlining the pencil is his, undated, apparently, not even shared with his lawyer or myself.
So, what are you thinking?
Well, legally, since the family doesn't have full control, legally it wouldn't. be a
Legally,
thing.
it's up for the board to decide who's next, so this is not germane.
We were joking that it could fall in the toilet.
Yes, well, that is a very funny joke.
See, it's bad.
Oh, well, yes, it is a very funny joke. I mean, it'd be a shame if something would have happened. God.
Bad idea to make big decisions right out.
Sure, but they also say it's pretty smart not to pay realtors' fees. And it's such a bitch to get into these good buildings.
63 million though.
Hey,
You're a
guys.
couple. You need to decide these things together.
Seen the obits?
Sure. You like the globe photo?
Did any
Oh
of you
my
guys ever
God.
see him laugh like that?
Only if a hobo was on fire.
Dad sounds amazing. I'd like to have met Dad.
But you guys are okay, really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Roman is pre-grieved. Already gave it the office.
They don't fucking believe me. You know, from where I'm sitting, you're the ones that look naive,
Oh my
okay? I've been
God.
worried that this was going to happen for ages.
Love
How
it.
you doing?
I have no clue.
Our father
Me.
died. We're all still processing.
You're gonna laugh, but in the middle of the night, I did a session. My therapist recommended someone, and I got to him, and he's kind of good. I have his number if you want.
Oh, good for you.
Like, it's dumb, but
But it's 100%, and that's good. Maybe not the same therapist because I can bias a little bit before even going into it. But yeah, that's what I was saying. That like when Roman expressed in a very literal sense his emotions, just him and Jerry in the room, and Jerry just left. And I'll stand by what I said. I wish Roman had someone he could legitimately talk to, but he can't. Hence the walls, hence the defense mechanisms, hence the deflection, the projection, the smarminess, the sarcasm, the inappropriate jokes. All of that is just one big like defense mechanism, barrier wall, attacking other people. It's all to protect his own insecurities due to a lifetime of accrued trauma. Period. They all have their own trauma in varying degrees, like just how it is.
there's actually things you can do.
I mean, it sounds like you've got the best grief guy.
I have a great grief guy. You.
If I needed to,
destroy
I got a therapist I used to go to.
Hi, guys.
I have a good grief girl.
Some more hard copies, obituaries.
Oh, the reviews are in.
By the way, I know this is out of left field, but like I used to think for the longest time when I was in the worst phase of my depression, therapy wouldn't work on me. Like I was too far gone for therapy. I only give this kind of advice out because I feel like I have some qualifications in that I've suffered from depression for the better part of a decade. It still hits me even to this day a little bit. And between that and suicidal ideation and some borderline attempts in my past, I want to help who I can. So when it comes to depression or grief or loss, if you don't have a support system or you prefer to talk to somebody outside of your support system, I would recommend looking for somebody. It's not a sign of weakness. It helps, whether you believe it or not, because I did not believe it for years. I used to think it was me offloading my trauma pointlessly to somebody. It helps. It helped. Did it solve my problem? No, but it gave me the tools I needed, gave me the reflection that I needed, and eventually the change ultimately, admittedly, comes from within. But man, was going to therapy a good starting point for that. See if you're more comfortable with a male or female. I'm more comfortable with a female therapist personally. That's just my preference. And then if the first one doesn't work out for you, or the first 2 or 3 or what have you, do not be afraid to move on to another one. They understand. The hardest part about the process of therapy is just the finances. I got lucky and found somebody who was in a program where she was working towards officially like graduating and becoming like fully licensed. So it was not too terribly expensive. Do a little bit of research. You might be able to get lucky and find one that's not going to cost you like $300 or $400 a concession or whatever. But anyway, I'll get off my soapbox now. But I used to believe for the longest time that talking to someone wouldn't help me. And maybe for you out there, maybe it truly won't. I have no shame in admitting that I've had some low lows and some very dark moments. And Ken's right. You put aside your ego for a moment, because that's what it was for me. It was my ego for sure. I can see that now in retrospect. And just, talking about the issues, even if it's to somebody who can't immediately solve them, it does help.
I'll say 5 stars.
And I think the board will assemble now at noon.
Okay, thanks, Hugo.
Can I ask you something just for 1 second? Sorry, just.
Can you save my career for me, please?
Calm myself up in a little bit of something.
Okay.
I've never seen Hugo in a vulnerable state like
I
this.
just found out that my daughter, she happened to sell a bunch of Waystar stock just before the news about your father went
went public.
Oh my god. Hugo's about to be caught up in insider trading because what, he talked to his daughter about this before? Or did he plan that purposefully? Oh my god, Hugo. Maybe it wasn't his fault directly, but I don't know. Hugo's always been a slimy boy.
A total coincidence. But I don't want it to come up as an issue.
Did you speak to her on the day? What are the phone records going to say?
Yes.
Recollect.
Pleading the fifth. Wow.
Oh, Hugo.
I don't even have a relationship with Juliet. That's the sad fact. The irony is we hardly talk. Thanks, Ken.
Damn, I think Hugo's just trying to play it off. I think that man legit, I don't know, that feels like insider trading to me. Maybe it's not, because he does seem legitimately concerned. If he was trying to do insider trading, he probably would have... No, because he knows the implications of that. He knows if he were to do it. See, my mind went to like he's trying to find a workaround, but no, it sounds like he just talked to his daughter. But if he's estranged from his daughter, then why would he be talking to her about business?
Code book for this one.
He just
right?
stepped in. That's all there is to it.
A complicated man.
Through phones at staff.
Sharp reader of the national mood.
He's a bit racist.
Well, then he was very much a man of his era.
Again, racist.
Yeah.
Also relaxed about sexual assault.
Yeah.
Business
Kentucky
genius.
Fried Racist.
Never paid a penny in U.S. tax.
At least they're all joking about it in retrospect.
Well connected. Now that's not fair. Generally accepted to be a euphemism for pedophile, and no one ever suggested that he would,
A child.
Yeah.
Do you go to Epstein's Island?
He wouldn't even hug his grandkids.
Damn.
I think they want to see you up in the
Hoping,
library.
grieving. And she hasn't told him either that she... I bet she hasn't told him she's pregnant. Otherwise, he'd be behaving differently. She needs to hold that close to the
I just wanted
chest.
to say, I know there's a lot of water under the bridge, a lot of history, but as far as I am concerned, the big man passing cleaned the slate. So, yeah, I think
I can speak for all the other Roy kids when I tell you, Tom Wamsgans, to go f*** yourself.
I wish maybe there's some things I could maybe take back, some words, and I'm sorry for your loss, but I want you to know that I'm here to
All
serve.
the weasels are coming out of the woodwork.
I like you, Tom. Good luck.
Respectful, simple, I like it. Oh, are they actually going to loop them in?
How you doing? So look,
we wrote
I'm
the
one of
will.
the executors of your dad's affairs. This is not a legal matter, but certain wishes have been discovered, and it appears at a certain point, undated, it was suggested that it was your dad's wish that...
Are they going to present them with the is this going to be the OG document, I wonder? Or did they... There was heavy implication they were toying with the idea of, dipping their little piggy toes in the piggy pond.
Piggy dipping! Piggy dipping at the piggy pond!
Kendall take over as CEO.
What happened to You're Not a Killer?
From when?
Well, it was in the safe between pieces on the Ramada acquisition and the first U.S. Virgin Islands reorganization.
It's old.
So it's old.
As far as we can tell from 4 years ago or so.
Yeah. Then it looks like there are pencil addendums from another time.
We don't know its status, and I mean, it doesn't hold any legal value, but we wanted you to know, but we wouldn't want it to feel more significant than it should.
Because the family no longer has majority control of Waystar, so any such suggestions are non-binding.
Dad was the founder, so...
Of course, it is from some time ago, and things changed, and Logan was a man of different moods.
Yeah.
There are some additions in pencil that he put in about artifacts. And we think from context, they were added maybe in the last 18 months.
Oh, so he underlined recently?
Oh, underline. He crossed him out. That's wild. Dude, the whole time, oh man, he really would have chosen Kendall. Up until recently, he would have chosen Kendall. That speaks volumes. You're not a killer, son. I mean, he was going to have him take over and retire, then changed his mind, but he kept him in the will to a point.
Underlined or
Crossed out.
crossed out?
Shiv.
Oh, no. I'm not saying for or against. I'm just, as a matter
Oh my
of
God.
fact, it's...
Are you serious?
What do you
I mean,
think?
it's kind of...
Obviously crossed out.
It's underlined or crossed out. It doesn't really matter because it's the board, yeah, who will choose.
Exactly. The market, the shareholders, the board, we all want the sale to go through. So it's an interim position, really.
Sure, I mean, anyone could do that. And since he said, he has said.
I mean,
Oh, it's going to be rough.
Sure, man, I get it. This thing is old, and you've tried to put him in jail like 12 times since then. So.
I wonder what would the underlining or the crossing out
Frank's
and the
looking for a
unknown
reaction
age
there.
of the document isn't essentially moot. It's impossible to decipher.
Well, on the document, did he put somebody... What? This old bastard. Did he put somebody else? What, he crossed out Kendall and didn't put it? He never made up his mind? Like, what?
Well, it sure as fucking shit doesn't say Shiv.
Oh, here we go. Even in death, the power this man holds, like, his ghost is driving them apart, because now all the siblings are doing squabbling over what's there, even though they claim they don't want to be part of it.
There's a mix of business and personal. A watch for Colin.
Honestly, it looks like he drafted it himself, never sent it to his lawyer, and just put it in the safe.
Yeah, I was going to say, what does his lawyer have to say?
More of a selection of musings, really. Some thoughts on the tax position of some artwork in storage.
I see what they're trying to do.
He's got like a ton of like, investment impressionisms, right? Like he's got 3 Gauguins no one's seen for tax reasons. So.
I think his suggestion was it might be smart tax-wise to just leave him in the Geneva vault.
Oh, why not just burn them for the insurance, no?
Yeah, that would be the dream, financially speaking.
Hey, everyone.
Yes,
Yay.
Greg.
That would be the Is he in the will?
In case it comes out, we wanted you to be aware that you're on a piece of paper, a side letter left by Logan with some wishes and disbursement.
Wow, Logan, a man of his word. He said, "Stick with me. I'll make sure I'll make sure you're taken care of." I wonder what that is, because like Ewan would have given him what was that, $250 million? He would have given him like
What
how much?
capacity, in what fashion?
You're an addendum of miscellaneous matters in pencil with a question mark.
Nevertheless.
Nevertheless.
Dad may have said
amazing.
He wanted me to take over.
And so then maybe the natural conclusion might perhaps be I'd be his number 2.
Oh, Greg, you're a funny guy. You got them jokes.
Nice try, kid.
He probably wrote it down so he can remember your name.
Damn.
We had a good rapport.
You had a good rapport?
Oh, yeah.
I feel I heard he wanted to see less of you. That's probably like 50-50 fire Greg or kill Greg.
I think that it's not that kind of question mark. I think it's possibly it's a wonder.
It's a doodle. We just wanted you to be aware.
Oh my God,
Hey,
doodle.
sorry, Marsha wanted me to let you know that there's some words down, some informal.
Well, there's a lot to consider. Should we reconvene before the board meeting to pool thoughts?
Yeah.
Here's the question, though. They were in there first, and they didn't like what they saw. Ooh, there's so many different ways this could go in. They notated there was already pencil on there, but technically that was Frank looping Carl in, right? So, the question comes to mind. Did Frank see Kendall's name and cross it out? Did Frank and Carl see the answer, bring Jerry in? They decided to, they were already pencil addendums on there, and then they went ahead and added crossing off Kendall to that list. Like, unless you can date the lead, we don't know 100%, because that's awful weird for them to have the little confab, right, and joke about losing the document and then say, oh, LOL, JK, bring the kids in. But whatever they saw, they weren't huge fans of. What if Logan did leave it to Ken and they crossed out his name? Like, it's very possible. I don't trust it. Maybe I'm getting too conspiracy theory about it, but I don't trust it. It's a lot to take in.
Is it real, Frank?
I don't know.
My dad wanted me to take over.
For a time.
Sometimes. You know that. He did.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
For real.
He made me hate him, and he died. I feel like he didn't like me.
Oh.
I disappointed him.
No. Come on. We think these grand horror things at times like these ice shelves are gonna come at us in the night and take our heads off. It's not true. He was an old bastard, and he loved you. He loved you.
That's true. In his own complicated, messy way, he loved you.
You think?
I think so.
Nice of Frank to say. Because he said some very cruel stuff to Ken. I mean, granted, both of them have, of course, but like, he was going to go to jail for his father. Like, he's like, Dad, do you think I could have done it? And at that time, I assume Ken was in the will, and Logan was still like,
You're not a killer. You have to be a killer.
yeah, but you had him in the will, didn't you? And if he had died right there in that moment, he would have had it, because it was enough to the, unless you were just lazy and didn't change the will out or something, but that's a lot to process. What an emotional gauntlet that Kendall Roy has gone on over 4 seasons. Jesus. And at the end of the end, he was like, actually, no. But at one point...
If I get them in behind me, will you follow?
Ken, you've got stuff cooking. You seem so well. You really want back in?
Isn't that the question, though? Really? Like, I mean, maybe the future looks different now that Logan's out of it. But it's that same rat race, greasy mud wrestling, power grab fest. I mean, maybe there's a chance things can be different, but getting away from it all was the best thing they could have done. But they got dragged back in one degree or another. They don't even know that Roman was like back in Papa Dragon's lap, and then boom, here we are. I mean, Frank's got a point there.
Part of me is just like, well, let's just give the poor orphan what he wants. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. It's not.
Damn.
No. I get it, yeah. It is interim.
Well, so long as it is.
Anyway, what are you thinking?
Yeah, but y'all trust each other now, right?
It's felt good. Us, right?
Yeah.
And now does this feel good?
Oh, the siblings were great when they were all together. Now they're going to be possibly at each other's throats again.
How you doing?
What you want, Tom?
Well, he wasn't my dad, but, you know, he's sad.
I guess you're worried you picked the wrong horse. Yeah, you might have picked the dead horse.
Don't.
Damn.
You'll regret it. Let me show you some kindness.
As if, hey, look at him masking, as if he literally has been going around trying to make sure that his future is secure. Look at him being like, don't do this. Let me be the, I can't.
I guess I'm just slowly coming to accept that we killed him.
Shit.
No, we did. He died on the plane, and he wouldn't have been on the plane except that we made him get on there. So that's just very cool.
Anything could have happened.
Yeah.
A million things
It was
could
just
happen.
timing.
I just don't want to fake myself out. If we had said yes to Gojo, then he might have been around for 20 more years, so we could rock his grandkids to sleep.
You don't know about that. No, I did the exact same thing. It keeps coming back up because it makes it a very empathic a factor for me. But when my best friend died, I didn't directly blame myself, but I convinced myself that if I had been like more attentive, if I had been a better friend, if I had been closer, if I hadn't given as much distance as I had at the time, that things would have been different. But ultimately, you know, that's fate is fate. Whatever happens, happens. You know, it is what it is. To say whatever you want, what happened, happened. And it was not my fault, end of the day. Still, you know, there are dark times where I wonder if things would have been different had I done or said something different. What? He's trying a little too
I'm
hard.
angry. My dad died, and my mom is a fucking disaster, and my husband is... and Carrie and Marcia, and it feels like I'm the only one who lost something that they actually wanted here, and it's not coming back, so...
I get that.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we first knew one another? The first time in France when I flew to you. It was that very difficult time for you. And I'd sent you all those handwritten notes. And then the first time, and you were wearing that very fine silk shirt. And I put my arm around you. And I said, I kept asking, do you like this? Do you like this? And you said eventually, I like it all.
A little while ago, wasn't it?
Not that long.
Oh, a while back.
Damn. Ooh. He got through a little bit there, though. She got that emotional waver in her voice.
Colin does jeans?
Yeah. Doesn't know what the to do with himself. Look at his arms.
He's like a dog without its person.
Damn.
So,
Colin is a kid?
can't even notice.
Oh, what the
What do you think?
There's a dog. There's a dog in the house. What's with the ruff?
The Secret Service are conducting a sweep. Jared Mencken is en route.
I'm not sure that I want that today, actually. I don't want to see
he
him.
asked. He was a friend of your father's, no?
Well, he spoke, but no, it was transactional.
Oh yeah, not like all his real friends from his men's group in choir.
I just don't want to see his smirky little autocratic face.
Probably gonna be president this time next week.
Okay, well, I think I have a veto. My dad just died.
Oh, I think I have a counter veto because weirdly my dad just died too.
Guys,
Damn.
I think on a business level,
Oh, God.
we need to have a relationship.
Oh, yeah, you do.
We're right back in the same room of infighting. They were out, they were working together, they had a goal, they were united, and now Dad died, they're back in. Ken saw the will, he's slipping back into that old mindset, and now Mencken, which was still Logan's chosen candidate, is still in the mix, and of course Romulus, you know, helped back him with Papa Dragon, but Shiv doesn't like him or his politics or anything he stands for, and he is a dangerous individual. It's gonna go back to the same song and dance.
When a great man
Hey,
passes,
Bukes.
the angels of heaven
Oh,
weep.
here we go.
But when a giant of the conservative movement passes,
Oh my God.
Oh,
shard of
The world
pure
becomes a
gold.
little bit of a better place.
Made him king of the day.
He was a man of humility, grace, dignity.
Who died fishing his iPhone from a clogged
In
toilet.
public, he was a great communicator.
Wait, what? He died fishing his iPhone from a clogged toilet? Did he accidentally drop it in? Did he hear Roman's voicemail, got mad and threw it? Oh my God, what?
Stood up for what was just.
Man lives on Wonder Bread and steak frites. He hadn't had it for 20 years.
He was a man of wisdom.
He was a man who wasn't wearing his compression socks so he could look hot for Carrie.
To make the
Oh
world
my
a better
God.
place. He
What are you doing
molded
right
the
now,
country
Greg?
like
Not
clay
Greg,
in his hands
Tom? Jesus.
And made it.
He's trying to make Pop into a neoconservative. He wasn't a neocon, he was a paleo-libertarian. He was practically an anarcho-capitalist.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you like Benny Hill and Sinatra, does that make you one of those things?
They're trying to body snatch him. History's being written. The
True.
next 48 hours are crucial.
That's true.
Godspeed.
Connor's
Well,
not
surely
wrong.
soon.
No,
Roman
they're
Ro-
writing Connor off as a joke right now. I'm much more on Connor's side as of late in these episodes, but in the beginning of the first couple seasons, I also wrote him off as a bit of a joke, and people pointed that out to me. You know, been around the block a few more times than the other kiddos, and he is, you know, politically and business savvy. He's, you know, one of those like weirdo, esoteric, aloof, you know, millionaires, right? But Connor knows a thing or two, and he's right. This guy who was running the whole, whatever that Republican National Convention was in yonder or wherever, now he's taking the death and turning him into a martyr for his movement, which is what, I mean, that's what people do in general. When somebody dies that's in a position of power, is people vie, grab, use that person's death to often help drive movements. That's the whole essence of
Roy
martyrdom.
will be running rolling news in heaven.
Oh, how's it going, Chef?
Oh, look at Sandy and Stewie,
I'm
huh?
so sorry, Shane. My dad was very affected.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Jumping for
And
joy.
So, why is he doing that with his face, can I ask?
That's just how his face looks these days.
Oh yeah? Frozen into a smile?
Please, he's sad. He knew your dad for a long time.
I'm pretty sure you fucking winked at me.
That's amazing.
Everything all right? Yep. Oh dear.
Like she would tell you.
Yes. Look who's crawled out of the woodwork.
I told her not to do this. I don't understand.
Oh,
God.
boy.
Oh, she's coming over. Oh,
Carrie's gonna make
so
a.
distasteful.
Oh, Greg,
Hi.
shut up.
Hello?
I got your message, but I just want to go. I just have some things of mine upstairs that I need.
They're in the back. Kevin?
Got 'em.
Melanie?
Interesting. So she's trying to slink in with the crocodile tears, and she's gonna try to.
I
All
just
right.
need to go up, so please. Thank you.
Come on.
Thank you.
Oh, she's trying.
Hey, sorry, what's going on? You okay? Is this yours? Do you need me to help you? Sorry, I don't know if I have your private number. Can you send that to me?
I can't tell if she's like, I do wonder if she's like legit emotionally distraught. Like I was so curious about their, because there's all the rumors, right? But then there's the question of like legitimacy to the business or the connection. I don't know, man. It's this circumstances. It's so hard to accurately judge the situation.
We were talking about getting married, and he was making arrangements about us. So could you check?
Yeah, I got it. I'm done.
Getting married.
So can you check? Can you check on
I
it?
got it. Do I have your credit card?
Take her out the back.
I can get it.
No, I think you lost your meal ticket, babe.
Waterworks. Take her out the back, Billy. That's always nice to hear. Marsha, that was unnecessary, right?
We're calling her a taxi to the subway so that she can go home to her little apartment.
Nice. Ugh.
Roman didn't like that. Interesting. Very interesting. He isn't making as many jokes as the rest of the kids are. You know what? Now that she reacted that way, I'm starting to think I have the narrative in here because everybody joked, right? Maybe those tears were partially genuine. Maybe he had her sold on this whole. I mean, because that's what he does, right? And they said that Logan's done that in the past. Gets distracted, moves from one wife to another, fancy this, fancy that. Maybe he did kind of like maybe they did have a thing going on. They were seeing each other and she was getting this nice cushy kind of sugar daddy position, and maybe she did maybe not fall for him per se, but like maybe she had a whole path outlined, financial security and all this, and he died before he could finalize any of it. And maybe that is like her grieving the loss of, maybe they did have a connection, but she also knows that she's lost all that she had started to build up. So yeah, Marsha's like, no, you didn't get him to sign on the dotted line, bitch. Get out of here. Go back home to her little apartment. Was she a gold digger? Was she not? I don't know, but I'm very surprised that Roman didn't like that. I mean, it was pretty brutal, right?
What are you doing?
Hi.
Oh
Great.
my God,
How are you?
Tom is
Okay, I'm okay.
fishing.
Piece of paper situation. I don't want to talk out of turn, but we both know that Logan only wanted one person to take over, and he just asked you back in.
You.
Look at Tom, yeah.
Tommy Wummy. Tightrope Tommy. Riding a little soul cycle across Niagara Falls, huh? Tiptoe Tommy.
Here to serve.
I bet you are.
Lip balm Tom Wom. Lubing up his lips to kiss my butt.
Yep, 100%. As obvious as what he is doing is, he is effectively getting in everybody's ear, planting the idea of like, well, if you go for it, I'm here for you. If you go for it, I'm here for you. It's a sleazy car salesman kind of pitch, but the pitch is, I mean, they're hearing him, right?
I thought he'd be like my dad. 95 and just started suing the neighbor. What was it?
Embolism, pulmonary.
Also called PE, a condition in which one or more arteries in the lungs become blocked by a blood clot. Most times, a pulmonary embolism is caused by blood clots that travel from the legs or rarely other parts of the body. Common, more than 200,000 cases per year. Blood clot. In the lungs, though? In the lungs, looks like. Sudden shortness of breath and chest pain, it matches up. Yeah, because he wasn't the healthiest. He wasn't the healthiest billionaire out there, was he?
Because I heard he saw your Pierce business plan and choke laughing.
LOL. Good friend. We joke at a time like this. That's what I do anyway. Cope with comedy.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey. Come on. It's all right.
Good for Stewie. Good for him being there, right there.
So,
It's small, but it counts.
you gonna do the board call from here?
Mm-hmm. Here or car?
There's a piece of paper with me on it that Dad said it should be me.
Wow.
Can you
Good
swing
one.
in for me?
Good way for him to sell it right there. Try to sway some board members. Ooh, how much trust do we have right now? It's the least Stewie could do right now. We've been in bed together, on again, off again, a torrid love affair, if you will. But as of recently, you and Sandy pitched the whole ask for more money. And what did we do? What did the kids do? They said, okay, that sounds like a plan. Done. So they went to bat for you. Can you go to bat for old Ken over here? And not like in a vote of no confidence kind of way?
You know me, you know my flaws. It's short term.
I mean, you're really selling me right now? I mean, my pubes got a little singed the last time I went with you.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Well,
Circumstances are a
yeah,
tad
that
bit
was,
different, though.
That was a different thing. For my family, I had to back down. There was no card he wouldn't play against me.
But he's not in the picture anymore.
Do you even fucking like the deal?
Yes, I do. The deal has to happen. We can't live in a haunted house. I have plans with the Sibs. We would take news and maybe fuse with Pierce, but, you know, it'll be a feather in my cap to bring in the deal.
And you can bring it home? Dude, Connor, is your fucking head on straight?
I'm twin track. I'm dead, but I'm alive.
Yeah? Dive into work.
What are we gonna do? Sit in the dark and drink Lefroy?
What's in it for me, Ken?
Come on, man. I backed your horse.
Do a solid for your oldest pal the day after his dad died.
I think it'd be a
I don't know.
It's very pleasant.
We need to check all the walls and see if they're structural. I actually like to make them bigger.
Willa's mom.
Nice.
God love her.
You know, good for Willa for at least being like, okay, you know what? You want to buy this penthouse? Then I'm gonna make some alterations here.
Her plate is groaning.
Hey, so listen. I think Stewie would swing behind one of us.
You say her plate is
Okay,
groaning.
She can go back.
Oh my
And she
god. She loaded up at the buffet. Look, mood though, dude. Mood. I go to a function where there's food, and you bet I'm loading that plate up. That's dinner right there.
Do we agree
here we
to
go.
flying to Madsen?
You know that Connor's moving in, yeah?
Okay. What?
Well, Marcia gets it, but she sort of sold it to me.
Let's all move in. Grow old together, share a bed like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
We've got like 10 till board time.
You spoken to Mom yet?
Swap messages. Can we
Peter Munyon
talk?
was flying to Spain and he tried to reroute to come directly here because he wanted to be with us at this difficult time.
He sent me a message saying it's a rum situation and one in the eye for all of us, and also...
Can you stop ignoring me, please?
What? Yo, chill. Mom already betrayed all of you. Mom's just opportunistic at this point. Like, how are you gonna... Whose side do you think she's gonna be on? Aside from her own. I mean, I guess now that Dad's dead, like, maybe family, but I don't...
Please, for fuck's sake, huh? Come on, please. Let's talk about it. I don't even care what happens, but let's not just give it to the fucking Keystone fucks because we didn't talk.
Good point.
Oh, really?
Do you mind?
Sorry, man.
Mi casa es su casa.
Well, just loop what it is. It's so bad to loop Connor in every time. Why wouldn't he be a part of this conversation?
What do you think? I'd like it to be one of us. Dad said so.
Okay, well, let's discuss, but can you please just stop jonesing? You're walking around the wake with a fucking heart on.
All I am suggesting is that I swing it for us, and then we move ahead. Us three, Pierce, Etienne.
Well, I have some thoughts.
Yeah, I guess I have some thoughts too.
Oh boy, here we go.
You're not pulling for Jer Bear.
But me? Hell no. No, I'm done helping old ladies cross the street. But I do
So you
wonder...
About me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it needs to be me too.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing what we do together.
Well, ultimately, that's how I want it.
Man, come on,
So
you're
then it
jerking
shouldn't
over
matter.
a piece of paper that you scribbled your fucking name on. There is an argument that you're the worst of both worlds. Different, but the same.
That plays, Shiv, it does, with the board. Same old, but with a vibey new banner.
I'm a COO, and I know Mattson, and I was very close with Dad. We had a number of communications that you were aware of, and some that, honestly, now's not the time, but you were not.
Oh.
And yeah, I just think
There's
we were
trust
close,
not there.
And honestly, Ken, it doesn't feel good, right? For it to be just you.
Well, let's see if Ken is true to his word then. If he's so about the siblings working together, then technically it shouldn't matter who takes it as long as they're all in the same mindset, right?
I see that.
But hear me out.
I see that, bro.
I see that, bro.
Yeah. Rome, it doesn't have to be just me. I'm down. It makes sense.
Okay. And what about me?
Honestly, I just worry it looks like special pleading. It's the COOs. It's in the draft plan. I'm on the piece of paper. It needs to look dry and clean and tough.
And I don't? Yeah, I look too teary-eyed and mascara-streaked and like I might faint.
LOL.
It's clean enough.
Shiv, it's not, I don't think it works.
Oh, if you don't think it
You actually don't have experience. It starts to look flaky.
I did the strategic review.
low-key true, though.
That was Daddy Make Work. And besides, I think 2 is cool, but 3 is like 3 is.
Oh my god, they're gonna butt her out? Oh, no. Look, he's right, but at the same time, now it's like, now the bros are going against Sis, and she's gonna feel slighted because she always feels slighted, and she's always been slighted, like, through most of her life. I mean, he's not wrong. Like, she did, I think, out of the qualifications, like Ken and Roro, right? You can't exclude Shiv completely. You gotta still have her in there. Make her president of whatever, I don't know.
See the board going for 3.
Well, I need to wet my beak.
We'd only be fronting it.
I don't need to be front-facing, and it's not about ego.
Really, it's the 3B. It's the team.
Yeah, you're inside everything, okay? This is like, I'm not trying to f anyone, okay? This is just to sell. And yesterday was...
I'm okay with that pitch as long as they actually stick with it. And they've been working together so far, but whenever power comes into play, things get real f***y real fast.
Come on. Like, yesterday was f***ing, that was real. And I think I feel really good about this. I think this is good.
I need to be across everything.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Wow.
holding position.
I'm shocked she's gonna go with
holding.
this, but...
We'll do the deal. Spin ATN, fold in Pierce, 6 months, 8 months.
Okay.
And that's all equal.
Yeah.
Equal as f to the gram.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
'Cause you guys f me on this, and it's...
No.
This is a dad promise on yesterday.
Yeah.
On yesterday.
On yesterday. Not gonna f you.
Let's see if we can maintain
You guys
that.
want to talk?
Ready?
Solid plan. They're not wrong. I will say, out of all the times in the previous seasons where there have been like deceptions and different plans and ulterior motives, given the situation, circumstances, and how season 4 has been progressing so far, I am more inclined to believe they'll actually all stick together on this. It's not airtight. I'm kind of in Shiv's boat. Like, it's the best out of a little poo-poo sandwich we're gonna eat here. But you know, long game. Let's see if they stick to their word.
Pre-board, we were just hoping it would be just us.
Oh, no, this is a good group.
I'm just not sure it's appropriate for this discussion.
Well, if you're uncomfortable, Frank, you can f off. This is a lovely gang of pals having a chat, okay?
Okay.
Look, it's simple. COOs are on the draft emergency plan. It looks perverse not to honor that, and it looks pointed for it not to be us. Me and Roman step up.
When was the last time you spoke with your dad?
Like 48 hours ago.
And how'd that go?
Oh, do they have the voicemail?
It went well.
Well, Ken, the DOJ's all wrapped up, and everything you said about Logan amounted to nothing. You're damaged goods.
Whereas I shepherded in a lot of cultural
Oh, here we
change.
go.
I think we all know that Dad had soured on Jerry.
I don't think there's anything on paper to that effect.
Oh, here we go. Wow. Yep.
But I'm not going to push it.
We're obviously the people to take over for Dad. We were closest to him.
I think the board could have concerns.
Well, Kendall's name is on a piece of paper. Logan said it should be Kendall.
But when?
A few times. You've lost Logan, and for his faults, he was the founder. Ken and Roman. I think a Roy at Royco works. It's not for long.
So you can puppet master them.
Who, me, Frank?
Get the f out of here. Come on.
There will be the renegotiation with Mattson.
I want to do the deal and get out. We've got our own ideas with ATN refreshed. There's a shape for things for us. We have things cooking.
Yeah, I mean, we know that the board is very excited about the deal. So are we. It's a good deal.
It is a good deal.
Yeah.
Interesting. So the new negotiation tactic here is, hey, let's all come together on this and assuage the board of their concerns and convince them. Oh, I don't like that look in Shiv's eye. That's concerning, though. She might pull some Turnhaven dinner table shenanigans. So what is that? Sandy and Stewie back off and pushing for more money. In exchange, there's a better opportunity and better power to instead get Kendall and Roman Roy with, you know, Shiv and the Wings or whatever. Actual control. Waystar Royco? Hang on. Oh, shit. Waystar Royco. But now it's like, can we even close the deal? Close the deal as it originally was, original structure. Don't push our luck. Don't ask for more money. And in return, you back us on this. That's a fair trade-off, I feel. But now there's the board meeting call.
Mystery is happening. Can you smell it?
Sure. The roses and the rotting corpses.
Okay. Okay, it's done. It's done. They voted it through.
Ken and Rome?
Ken and Rome step up from COO. Let's draft it.
Okay.
Here you go, right now.
Okay. We're getting somewhere.
Long live the king! Long live the king! And the other king.
I just gotta walk that one off. Oh, hey. Last time we were shared a stairwell together, it didn't end too well, did it?
Yep, all great. All good.
Yeah, ha ha ha. Shut the up and stop laughing. It's not a comedy night.
Damn, yeah, she's pissed.
Ooh.
Hey, honey.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't fucking touch me.
Damn.
Stop smiling.
Damn, that's rough. Oh, the embarrassment there too. Oh, dude, ate shit on the 2 stairs down. Wait, Hannah, was he smiling? Look at that normal face.
Ooh.
Oh, oh my God. Oh, dude, he has full control of his faculties. Normal face, and then she ate shit on the stairs, and look at him. He's so pleased about it. He can't do much, but what he does still speaks volumes.
Running the company. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Great
Pop
day.
the champagne. You guys finally made it. What's first on the agenda? That's what it took.
Did you know he did Sudoku?
I think I knew that.
Yeah, go through his stuff, see how well you really know him. Give his cardigan a smell.
You guys okay?
Yeah. The smell as well. The smell as well will get you.
Yeah, we are putting together the statement announcing you, and we'll go through all the biographical details with your offices. And yeah, I just wanted to check in on comms and PR.
It's what we wanted to say from a comms point of view. And listen, this is strictly comms. There are a number of ways to solidify your guy's position, okay?
When Logan was with us, we did everything we could to burnish his reputation. Now you're taking over, so we want to do everything we can to burnish your reputation.
There are 2 ways to go. Operation Embalm Lennon, or there's another way.
Yeah, but for the first option, we, just put together a nice package of photos with you and your dad, your safe pair of hands, mention the piece of paper, and you're gonna follow what Logan Roy.
I can only imagine what an outsider's perspective would be watching the turbulence of this family and the company. Within the span of a couple years, I go from seeing the son of Logan Roy decry, denounce him, and call him like a mad king whose time will come to an end, to coming around being like, I've taken over for the company and we were very close and I love my father.
We did to the letter.
Or there's a more complex, more fresh start.
There's going to be an issue about your competence. And so maybe if we stress, for example, how involved you've already been previously.
So toughest version, losing his focus towards the end.
Okay. So
Sure.
it's Operation Shit on Dad.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, low key, yeah.
I think the piece of paper is strong.
It plays into the narrative that Kendall's already been writing on for a while. Like, out of all the siblings, he's the one that, like, went out of his way to go against his father. And so it at least shows some consistency there on his part.
You really think that people are going to buy that Dad was a f***ing puppet?
Logan Roy was a great man.
Sure.
However, lately, the people around him have been making the big decisions. His kids have been pulling the strings. I mean, we could go as far as you like. I wouldn't, but it is our job to say that we could go to Connor's mom, physical and verbal abuse, the Carrie situation.
Okay,
There
whoa, that's all right.
That's-
okay. Yeah,
Nope.
I do have.
He's doing his job. I
certain
get that.
Feelings of queasiness about, I guess, on our dad while he's still up at Frank E. Campbell's.
But
yeah, right now I would say we should maybe not shit on Dad.
Yeah.
But given the
Thanks,
circumstances,
Carolina. Maybe don't bring us this disgusting shit ever again, okay? Sure. Thanks anyway.
Understood.
hey, you got to control the narrative one way or another. They're doing their job. They're presenting you with the options. Is it the same type of stuff your dad would do or would have done? But I guess the thing is, you want to be better than or different than, or I don't know. There's the moral and ethical dilemmas presented here, in tandem with the corporate ones. Damn. Dude, he crossed it out. You know he did. Don't kid yourself. But I'm sure what he's holding on to is the fact that at one time, even if for a brief moment, even if for like a few years, it could have just been for however long, at one point in time, My father believed in me. My father believed I could do it, that I'd be the one. He did pick me. And he's clinging to that right now, I'm sure. Even if he ultimately changed his mind. That's why you gotta get your will updated, you know? And forward it to your attorney when you do. Run the story?
You know the stuff, the bad dad stuff.
Yeah.
It's what.
Interesting. Kendall right now is, Roman's COO, but Kendall is CEO. Is he about to go over Roman's head and get the narratives pushed and use the Kendall, that's a dangerous road, my sweet.
What he would do. He'd want this for the firm.
Right. Okay.
So, action that. But soft. No prints.
Can I get a sign off from Carolina and Roman?
No, pal. No. Down low. Just get on it.
It's like I'm talking to Logan all over again.
Unless you want me to pull out the strap on.
No, he's got you in a box, Hugo, with the insider trading. You already know. I'll keep that secret for you like you asked. You get this pushed through for me. Damn. Damn. The spitting image of your father.
Episode 4 has a tragic feel for me in that the bubble, even though it's a terrible bubble of grief, is burst. I hope there would be a feeling of disjuncture, of breakage, of a hero returning from away to find that their home has radically changed when you get in there with Kendall.
I don't even think it's Kendall saying, I'm going to take the lead here. I think it's Kendall saying, let's call this what it is. I am the lead here.
I feel like Logan has been very present throughout this season as a theme and as a context for all emotion, and the center of gravity is sort of gone. And then it's just, it's the three siblings and what's that dynamic between them. Previously, it might have gone a couple of days without seeing Jeremy in a scene because we have been on opposite sides of the fence. But then we're doing scenes all together, which has been great.
Episode 4 it's essentially a private event, and they keep it private, and that's maybe one of the interesting things to see these semi-public figures genuinely private. And suddenly, a guy who we've only really met once or twice before in the show is suddenly giving a speech about your dad as you watch on. I've heard about such events around the deaths of public figures, how the family can sometimes get edged out.
So much has happened at our father's house that I can't walk in there without feeling the history of that. Our last day on that set was probably the only time really, that I felt emotionally the sense of loss of this ending.
In life, when you experience something like that, when you experience death or something as awful as that, there's a community of people around you that understand that and can be sort of supportive. But when I'm putting myself through all the same things emotionally, but then I'm just gonna go home and do the laundry, it feels weird. There's no way to really decompress.
Dude, Kieran, I feel so bad for him. He's such a good actor, but his process is borderline method. He takes that home. Sarah Snook is talking about how she disconnects completely to get back into it, but like for him, he's so connected, invested. It's hard for him to do so. I think my dude needs a little bit of therapy himself. Like for real. I feel like I'd be doing the same thing. I feel like it'd be difficult for me if like I go to such lengths to embody a character and put myself into that mindset and that headspace, and just to like pull the plug on that, I would just be a part of that would still be with me, I'm sure.
I never sort of walk away or sit at home thinking, how am I going to make this work? What am I going to bring to set? I just turn up and do it. It's all available to us because the writing's so good and the character's so beautifully drawn and the story is so interesting and exciting and alive.
What I love about the writing, it's just something that's left for the reader to interpret.
She gets a little finally.
Kendall, it looks like definitely he meant for me to take over. Someone else, it looks like a grocery list that he's like half struck through.
Kendall in a way does something quite Loganish, which is he just keeps all his options open. I don't think at that point he has decided that he's going to push aside his siblings. I think what he finds unbelievably annoying is their unwillingness to face facts. He's not super duplicitous in his at the end when he suggests that they go with the more aggressive sort of PR plan. The fact that Kendall makes a solo move doesn't negate the possibility that there's a possibility of him and his brother working together.
It's still worrisome. But yeah, like he said right there, it's a very Logan move. He basically like low-key blackmailed Hugo. To be fair, Hugo opened himself up for it because Hugo was like, hey, I'm in a bit of a pickle here. Can you help? And now Ken, that came full circle. He's like, yeah, we're all going to be on the same page here. I don't want to get rough and tough, but let's go ahead. You do this. Push it out slow on the down low. Don't let the other sibs hear about it. And you know what? We'll be all kosher. How about that? Shiv is dangerous when she feels as if she's the jaded lover. I'm being a little bit metaphorical here, but well, this is going just about how I thought it would post-mortem here. Just vultures and just power plays and grabs, and I'm still not 100% sure what went down. There's still a lot in the gray area there regarding, you know, the name and the crossed out and what was what and if there was any tampering. But you know what? The path that we're on, I'm not mad about it. I'm just curious to see how it'll go. I won't even call this like that's what it took for them to get a win, is for Papa Dragon to bite the big bazooka, and now the kids, or at least the Sibs, are at least temporarily in control. But now the biggest, you know, question of the day, sure, they have control now, but are they still going to be bought by Gojo? Are they going to like shepherd that through the acquisition? But then they also wanted to buy Piers, and then there's ATNs, then like what they're going to have still control over. There's so many moving pieces, but another banger of an episode. Great stuff. So, as usual for this season, scan the QR on the screen right there, or hit the link below in the description to vote on the next show you want me to watch. With Instagram on there, MovieMan 101 Pro. If you want to, if it behooves you. Subscribing means the world. Liking the video, you know, watching all the way through helps with the algorithm. Hit the bell if you want to be notified whenever I post in general. But yeah, just interacting as well in the comments, talking about the episode, subscribing, all that usual jazz. As always, I am like beyond grateful, eternally so. Thank you guys and gals so much for coming on this journey. I know that there have been plenty of eager beavers to see me watch these and get through them. I'm very eager to watch it too. Your support is appreciated. Let's talk down below. But in the meantime, stay tuned for the next suck sesh, as it were. You guys and gals have a good night, and goodbye, travelers.